Alzheimer stole her memories, but it couldn't touch his love for her. He was 82 years old when he first noticed that something was wrong with her. She was sitting in a rocking chair in their living room, and she was rocking and humming. Nothing in her past remained in her memory. It was like Alzheimer's had completely wiped out everything from her life. The only thing she remembered was their song. Whenever he would sing it to her, she would grab his hand and rock along with him, humming the tune. It was the only moment when she seemed at peace, and that's why he kept singing it over and over again. Her nightgown lay abandoned on the bed, and a chill ran down his spine. Every time he sang it, he felt her presence beside him, even if she couldn't remember him. Where could she have gone? He searched the house frantically, calling her name, but there was no answer. He took care of her, loved her, and sang their song to her until his voice was hoarse. He went outside and found her sitting on their porch swing, humming their song. As he lay on his deathbed, he whispered, "I love you," to her. She looked at him, her eyes filled with love. And finally, after all those years, she whispered back, "I remember." In that moment, he felt the weight of their 55 years of marriage lift off his shoulders. He had waited so long for her to remember him, and now he was finally free. When she heard his footsteps, she turned around and looked at him with a vacant expression. "Where do you think you're going?" he asked, his voice shaking. "I'm just going for a walk," she replied, standing up. "But you can't remember where you live. How will you find your way back?" She looked at him and smiled sadly. "Don't worry about me, love. I'll be fine. Just remember our song." And with that, she walked away, leaving him standing there with a heart full of worry. But as soon as he entered the room, she stopped. She looked at him with confusion clouding her beautiful blue eyes. "Do I know you?" she asked him. His heart shattered into a million pieces. The woman in front of him had no idea who he was. And even worse, she didn't recognize their 55 years of marriage. As the years passed, her condition worsened. She forgot not only who he was, but also who their children were, and even forgot the names of her grandchildren. One day, she looked at him and said, "Who are you?" His throat tightened, but he managed to say, "I'm your husband. You forgot my love." There were moments when she didn't even recognize him anymore, and that broke his heart every single time. But he never gave up hope. He kept hoping that one day she would remember him. She looked at him for a long time, trying to piece together the fragments of her lost memory. But then she shook her head and said, "I'm sorry. I don't remember." Her voice was trembling, and he could see the pain in her eyes. It was evident that she was struggling with her fading memories and her inability to remember who she was. He understood that this disease was slowly taking away his beloved wife. One day, he woke up to find her missing. He knew that she couldn't remember anything, but he hoped that she would remember their song, and it was that song that kept him going. Years passed, and she became more and more forgetful. But through it all, he never left her side. One day, he too fell ill. He knew that he wouldn't make it. As he closed his eyes for the last time, he knew that somewhere in her heart, she remembered it.